America is unhealthy. There is no nice way to say that. America scored highest percentage of obesity in the world, according to a study done by nationmaster.com. Do I have your attention now? Good. My name is Samantha Sprigg, and today I'm going to inform you about steps to becoming a healthy America. The change starts with you. The best way is to know how we as Americans are unhealthy. Next comes putting this knowledge to work. I, for one, don't want to live in a world where everyone around me is unhealthy. So I'm determined to spread the word, and after hearing what I have to say, I hope you will too. When people think of being unhealthy, they typically think of being obese, like these people here. I'm here to let you know that there are things just as dangerous, if not more so. These things are called eating disorders. What kinds of eating disorders are we going to talk about? Anorexia, bulimia, and binge eating. Teen girls are mostly affected by eating disorders. Anorexia is when you become too thin because you don't eat enough when you are fat. Side effects is you have a bad self-image. You're very skinny, but you see yourself as being very fat, such as in this picture here. The girl looking into the mirror sees herself as much bigger than she really is. Warning signs to this disease are blotchy yellow skin that is covered with dry skin, white, fine hair, confused or slow talking along with poor memory or judgment, dry mouth, they're always cold, loss of bone strength, and wasting away from muscle and fat. The next eating disorder is bulimia. It involves periods of overeating and purging, sometimes induced by self-vomiting or using laxatives. Some side effects are forcing yourself to vomit, excessive exercise, and using laxatives. Some warning signs are broken blood vessels in the eyes from vomiting, dry mouth, and rashes and pimples. Binge eating is out of control eating, which usually is followed by purging, which is also bulimia. Warning signs include frequent trips to the restroom after eating, poor oral hygiene. Some treatments could be medication or monitoring of your health. All of these eating disorders can be either by themselves or all fall hand in hand. A good way to check to see if you're healthy weight or underweight or anything is using a BMI chart. You can check how tall you are by how much you weigh and follow it down by the different categories. There's underweight, normal weight, overweight, and obese. Now that we see ways to abuse your food, let's discuss how to eat healthy. Well-balanced meals are very important. We have the food pyramid here, and it shows how much you're supposed to eat of each thing. So we have fruit and vegetables at the bottom because you're supposed to have the most of them, up until we have sugars and fatty foods, which we need less of. It's very practical to have a well-balanced diet, even for picky eaters. There's many different options you have. It's pretty easy. Another thing we can do for a well-balanced meal is eating colorful foods, like fruits and vegetables, dark greens, light greens, many different things. Things we're not supposed to eat is fast food, for one. For example, when we go to McDonald's, everyone loves McDonald's. We have the Big Mac. The Big Mac is 540 calories for one burger. And everyone thinks, oh, salad, that's so much better. But a salad, the Southwestern salad from McDonald's is 450 calories. And compared to the Big Mac, which is 540, that's only 90 calories different, and it's a salad. So even fast foods, no matter what you're eating, is still more calories than you need. Another way is large proportions. Restaurants overserve by up to 3 times more than you need. A good way to not eat as much when you go out is before you even start eating, take a third of what you have on your plate and put it in a to-go box for later. Excess sugars is also something that you want to try to stay away from. Watch your cooking process when you cook at home. Don't use things that have a lot of sugar or oil. And unnecessary desserts. Everyone loves ice cream and candy, That's a treat. That's not something you should have every day in your diet. Switching to healthier options is one way. We have books put out recently, healthy trade-offs. It's called Eat This, Not That. It's in magazines, it's in books, it's out there, you can find it. And again, we have portion control. It's also a healthy option, even a large amount of a good thing is still bad. So keep that in mind. And you don't want to stop eating, you just want to monitor how much you are eating. Like with Weight Watchers, they have the point system, and they only eat certain amounts of certain things. Okay, eating healthy is only half the battle. What else is there? Well, it's exercise. Everyone needs to exercise. Children, teens, adults, even the elderly. And there's different things that each person can do. You want to just get active. First step, get off the couch and do something. There's healthy trade-offs you can do. You can take the stairs instead of the elevator. You can ride a bike or walk instead of driving down to your neighbor's house. Anything. Different types of exercise you can do. We've got stretching, cardio, strengthening. Some examples of stretching would be, yoga. Very simple, just stretching, just moving around. Cardio, running, riding your bike, and strengthening. Lifting weights in the gym. You want to be careful with lifting weights, though. You want to use caution. Get help. Use a spotter. Don't push yourself too hard, because you could end up hurting yourself. Now let's review what we have learned today, everyone. America is not only the leading country for obesity, we are also very unhealthy. Knowing ways we are unhealthy is very important. My first point was about eating disorders. They're very serious, just as serious as obesity, and we need to recognize them. Secondly, we need a well-balanced diet, and looking at the food pyramid we have here, we know that it's very practical, even for everyday lives. The third, and most important, I think, was getting active. It's easy as taking the stairs rather than the elevator. We can do this. Let's get back in shape. Thank you for your time.